What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, as always, Showsan, and damn am I happy to see you guys. Woo! All right. Yeah. We're starting things off with a bang. Now, Ron, first let's back up. Again, I am your host, Showsan. I get ahead of myself. I get really excited. We're having sort of a slim show today. Everybody else is out and about with real life things, marriages and stuff like that. He's not getting married, but he's
no. Wait. I have to point something out here about the whole marriage thing. Brock's was apparently supposed to go to a wedding today. But apparently the actual wedding is on Sunday. So he walked into some random guy's wedding today.
But the kicker is, according to what he said, he sat down and then noticed that the groom was not the groom he was supposed to be there to see. That was awesome. How do you do that?
Wedding crasher.
Way to go. Yeah. So... But yeah, of course, though, we do have Ron with us, and I'm very happy to have you back this week. We are going to talk about where you were at and what you were doing. But first, Ron, have you ever heard of this awesome thing on the internet called Loot Crate?
Called what?
Loot Crate?
I think I have, actually.
Okay, so a friend of mine talked me into this, and I always thought, what's the bother, right? Not that cool to me. This thing is amazing. I got my very first one. They do these themed, it's just a box full of like gaming and nerd and geek culture trinkets and books and mouse pads and shirts and all kinds of craziness. So this one was superhero themed, which I thought was pretty cool. In this Loot Crate, I kid you not, you see that?
Yep.
That is a Batman multi-tool. I don't know if you can see this, but this right here, Philip's head.
Hello, doggy.
Here, flat head. Doggy's in the background.
And let me guess what that thing in the middle does.
The bottle opener. Yup. If you grab it a certain way, good lord. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Show, have a drink.
Way ahead of you. But then, so something really interesting was in this, and I didn't believe that this was real until I started reading this. This is the League of Regrettable Superheroes. Okay, so I'm going through these, and these are actual ones. Okay, so let me read this. Dr. Hormone debuted in 1940 by a company called Dell Comics. This is a doctor who died. He was a hormone researcher. He died. His hormones were used to bring him back to life. Then he ends up helping the government by using his hormones to make quote-unquote super soldiers. That actually happened.
Interesting.
Wow.
There's actually a Wikipedia article on this, too.
There is crazy. Dr. Vampire, that was a comic. Doll Man.
Seriously?
That actually happened.
Seriously.
And this book goes on and on, like Dynamite Thor.
Well, that sounds interesting. I mean, you take a popular comic book character like Thor and just add explosions.
Why not?
You can't go wrong there.
And I gave this to my wife to go through, and she made mention that there was one in there about a Northern Lights superhero. That was her favorite one, of course. But yeah, so this book was amazing. If you guys can find it, please do. It'll blow your mind. But yeah, Loot Crate is amazing. Like, I just have cool shit now. Awesome. And I got another one coming next month.
Yep. I remember reading about them back when they had there was going to be a guaranteed portal item in it.
Yeah, they do that from time to time.
But this was many months ago, so I don't know if you got it or anything.
I did not. No, this was my first one, but now I'm excited. So, yeah, I had to show that off, though. That's how I'm opening. I have a Batman multi-tool keychain. Like, that's just too cool.
That's cool.
That was cool. All right, so yeah, awesome, you guys. Welcome to the Six Gaming Podcast. I am so happy to have you guys.
So happy I has to mention it 4 times.
I am. But I got to bring up one of my favorite things in one of my favorite parts of our podcast.
Good news, everyone.
Our news.
All right. Never lose that enthusiasm.
Okay.
Because, because when I have to host it, I don't have that level of enthusiasm.
You don't, ever.
Terrible.
We're working on this. We're working on it. Okay, so I wait for this. Seriously, this happens twice a year. And this is hands down my favorite event that I get to see twice a year. Summer Games Done Quick starts tomorrow at noon. Woo! Yeah, gaming for charity. This one's going to be an awesome one. They're doing
not just gaming.
Well, not just gaming. It's a whole lot of stuff, quite frankly. This one's going to be especially special. They're doing it's a double event. It's Doctors Without Borders, and they're doing who was it? The Prevent Cancer Foundation. There it is. Which are both very, very awesome charities, you guys. You can get this on gamesdonequick.com. Look up these charities. It's awesome stuff. 100% of their of the money that they raise goes to these charities. They don't keep any for the stream. They don't keep any for setup. All that is raised internally amongst the people who are running and setting up these events. So all the money that comes in, even their their subscribe, that $5 that you put in for subscription goes directly to charity. 100%. Anyway, it's awesome. But I did pull up the list, and you guys, this finale is going to be amazing. It's looking to end next Saturday, the 1st. Finalizing with, get this, a Super Mario 64 120-star race. Yeah, they have 3 of the world's top Super Mario 64 runners racing against each other to do 120-star runs. Then they are following this up with a Super Metroid race between 3 of the world's top Super Metroid runners. Also epic. Last year, 2 of the guys died. And so the third guy kind of won by default, but still finished the run. And it was amazing. Finally, ending at 7:20 is the approximated time, Chrono Trigger run. And this is going to be a 100% run. Okay. So they're estimating this to take 5 hours and 30 minutes.
It's a co-op run, too.
It is. You have to. It's a 5.5-hour run. So they got 2 of the top runners for that one. Finalizing the whole thing. One of the cool things, though, on Saturday that I always look forward to is they have TaskBot is making another occurrence. If you guys don't know, just go Google TaskBot. It's a lot of fun to watch.
I think I will help. I think I will help people by Googling TaskBot for you.
There you go. And we'll put that link up where, Ron?
On our Facebook page at facebook.com/6gaminggg.
Damn right. Shameless plug.
Absolutely.
Yes. But yeah, this one is Summer Games Done Quick, and then they have Awesome Games Done Quick. That's in the winter, hence twice a year. Anyway, yeah, really look forward to it. Starts tomorrow. You guys can hit this up on Twitch as well as link through their gamesdonequick.com website.
Yeah, this is pretty much a 7-day event, so definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's cool. They do like incentives for different games. What was it? The Super Metroid. They have an incentive for that. So if they raise X amount of money that they'll announce, they will change that Super Metroid run to a 100% run if they meet that goal. So they do these sort of things all throughout. It's amazing to watch. Now,
pretty good.
QuakeCon 2015 is also going on this week. Should be finishing up tomorrow, as far as what I've been tracking. Really, really, really cool stuff to watch. Of course, they're talking everything Bethesda, everything ID, all this, the big stuff. So, that little game that no one knows about called what was it? Fallout or something?
Fallout.
Yeah, who knows, right? Yeah. Who's ever heard of this game?
Oh, that's that iOS game.
Right. Yeah, Fallout Shelter. Right? The one I keep killing people in.
Well done.
So QuakeCon is going on. I've been tuning in specifically for the Quake Live matches that's up there. It's a tournament. If you guys don't know about Quake Live, this goes back to Quake 3 Arena. It's a high-speed first-person shooter, capture the flag, you name it. But it's really, really cool to watch. The game actually runs typically at 120 frames per second or faster. So you guys can imagine this is a very quick, very intense game. A lot of fun to watch. They did just happen to finish up with the Capture the Flag, the team Capture the Flag stuff, with Break the Curse taking the lead. Get this, they won $24,000 for winning Capture the Flag.
Very nice. I'm in the wrong line of business.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I have never gotten that much money for Capture the Flag, ever. I know that they are streaming it right now with some of the singles I think are finishing up, but it's awesome. If you guys don't know, go check it out. One thing that I found interesting, though, when I hit their page, Ron, did you know that for the second year they are doing Give Blood to Get Blood campaign at QuakeCon?
That's interesting. So give a blood pack, get a blood pack.
Right? How cool is that? So if you guys go in and you donate blood, they'll give you a Doom blood pack as kind of like a little trinket or whatever. But still, it's pretty cool. That's a hell of a way to raise blood,
Wow.
Yeah. By the way, I do need to give my shout outs to a guy who's probably never even heard of me, never will. But there is a player in Quake Live called Cypher. This man is an absolute beast when it comes to playing one-on-one. As far as I could have seen, he's still in the lead right now to win it. Hopefully he ends up taking it.
Very nice.
Next, let's do another tournament that we got going on. The Halo Championships are live this weekend as well.
Ooh.
Oh, Halo.
I didn't know Halo Championships were a big thing.
Oh, absolutely. Halo Championships have been a huge thing since pretty much the very first Halo. Even I've been in tournaments for Halo. I never did very good, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You guys can hit this at halowaypoint.com. But one of my favorite league teams, not my top favorite, but one of my favorites, also has a Halo team called Evil Geniuses, who are currently in the lead. Thank you very much. So congratulations to Team EG. Hopefully tomorrow will be just as fortuitous and you guys can win. I think they're giving away like $8,000 for this one, something like that. Still, it's an amazing amount of money. Now, Ron, I noticed here in my notes that you also had a tournament of some sorts.
Well, I mean, this isn't a tournament per se, but Blizzard has announced the Grand Tournament as the next expansion to Hearthstone.
Really? And so what is this one then?
It's basically based on the Argent Tournament post Lich King.
Really? Okay.
So, they keep the grounds open and whatnot, and there's going to be 132 new cards. There's going to be
Dark Knight playable.
Is the Dark Knight playable? I would imagine he's in there. I don't see.
He's got to be in there somewhere. Maybe a boss or something. But
yeah, something like that.
He was huge part of that tournament.
Yeah. So, and they're making some changes, like the arena rewards. You can pick which expansion pack you want to get when you win an arena match.
Oh, very cool.
Stuff like that. They have a deal going on where you can get 50 of these card packs for $49.99.
That's actually really cheap.
Yeah. So if you're looking to get a kickstart on it, that's the way to do it. But yeah, it will open in August.
Very cool. Now, what else do we got going on?
Well,
because I heard there was something pretty near and dear to your heart. A certain team that did really well in a certain game.
I wouldn't say they're near and dear to my heart.
Well, why not?
My boy Reckless is on their team, though.
Yep, who's been getting me points.
Yes. Fnatic in the European LCS has managed to complete the first ever perfect season. They went 18-0 after defeating their opponents this weekend.
Wow.
Unreal. Completely unreal.
Unheard of. The amount of high quality contenders that they have to go against in the EU alone is astounding.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if they placed fairly well in Worlds.
Yeah.
I mean, they proved last season that without their top players, they're still doing well, and they brought Reckless back this split.
They had to,
because he was on Elements the split before, and and now, of course, he's got a perfect season under his belt. So good experience for Reckless. And congrats to Fnatic. We don't have anything like that in NALCS. There's like a 4-way tie for first right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we've had a couple close calls, haven't we?
25-3 was Cloud9's record, the previous best record in the LCS.
Still,
Cloud9 is going to relegation this season.
I'm lucky.
Actually, they have a chance. I think Team 8 has to lose to Counter Logic Gaming.
Yeah.
And Cloud9 has to beat TSM tomorrow.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see those matches. I might have to try to tune in. It's going to be hard with all that Halo going on, but
I know. Quick. I mean, there's so much going on right now. It's like
it is
pretty insane.
This is like the week of tournaments and everything else. It's a lot of fun. So I think that about does it for our news, though, Ron. What do you say?
Well, there's one other thing that my wife actually pointed out was apparently what happened is in a Counter-Strike Global Offensive tournament, one of the Cloud9 team basically said, yeah, we won the tournament, and we used this performance-enhancing drug while we did it.
Wait. I got to stop you there.
Okay.
What the hell is a performance-enhancing drug with gaming? What, did you, inject Red Bull directly into your veins before walking in?
No, they use this thing called Adderall.
Oh, you bastards.
Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what it does, but I imagine it helps with reflexes and the like.
Adderall works. It's an ADD drug, or excuse me, an ADHD drug.
Right.
But what it's shown to do is if you take it in a certain dose, it tends to kind of slow things around you, and it enhances your focus. So you get better reflexes, better focus. You can just kind of tune in and
Yep. So
interesting.
ESL reacted. That's of course being esports league, I guess. They reacted saying that they would now enforce randomized drug testing at its next event.
Which is crazy.
And they're going to pursue a larger policy in partnership with 2 other organizations that are dedicated to anti-doping practices.
This is just insane to me.
This is real. This is a real thing. I mean, a lot of money is on the line.
Right.
And if somebody is trying to get a competitive advantage by taking these...
I can't believe this is real, though. I mean, what is this, Major League Baseball? I mean, come on.
I don't know. I just don't think it's as much of a laughing matter. I think it's a serious business.
Well, it is. I mean, there is a lot of money in this. Again, let's talk about Quake and Halo, the money that these guys make. Let's talk about League of Legends. I mean, they make outrageous amounts of money. This is true. But I did not think that we as gamers had to get down to that level. Like, I honestly don't know what to say. It doesn't even feel real. Why would it? Why would we do that? You know?
But here we are.
Yeah, I'm dumbfounded.
There you go. So just wanted to bring that up. Yeah.
That's crazy. Whew, I don't even know what to say. I don't. But I'm going to keep talking anyway because, damn it, that's what I do best, and you guys tuned in.
We can't stop him from talking.
Whether or not you wanted to hear me talk or not.
I apologize.
Yeah, I'm still going to talk. So let's move on to gaming. Yes, what the hell have you guys been playing? Well, you guys, what the hell have you been playing? Because really, there's only one other guy with me. But we're going to talk nonetheless. So, Ron, I managed to finally 100% Arkham Knight. You weren't here last week, by the way. That is hands down the most epic ending to a video game I've seen in years.
Yeah, I remember. I wasn't here last week, but I still did the editing.
Yeah, that was amazing. I don't want to spoil it. Veg spoiled it for himself, and he went and looked up the ending. But he agreed. Even he agreed that was an epic ending. That was really well done. So I did get that. Now, I do have to rage for a minute because I'm still over here playing with my Batman. Put that down. Okay, so I've managed to more or less quit WoW. I say more or less because a friend is trying to guilt trip me into staying, but I don't know. We'll see. I can't do it. Anyway, so I'm going back playing old games that I haven't beaten. One of which is Assassin's Creed. What is it? Unity? Yeah. People talk about Batman being broken. That is hands down the most broken game I think I have ever played. It is so god awful. I don't know why they pushed this out. Don't get me wrong. I love you, Ubisoft. You guys do some cool stuff. I can't play this game. The controls are terrible. The game is glitchy. It crashes randomly. And how long has this been out? You know, it's literally been at least 2 years that I can think of. What the fuck? I don't even know what to do anymore. But I'm playing it anyway. I'm forcing myself to go through this because I have to. I've played and beaten every other one. Now that I'm done with that vent and that rage, there's another one that I have noticed catching a lot of flack for some reason. However, Mr. Broxbeeble, who's not with us today, would agree. Axiom Verge is an amazing game. I finally finished it over last week. If you guys like Metroid at all, they call it Metroidvania. It's more Metroid than Vania. But it's a really, really fun game. Tons and tons of fun. But it's been getting a lot of flack. People are saying that the game has no direction, that you have to figure out, where to go and what to do. It's unimaginative.
Oh, no, you have to go figure things out.
Right.
Seriously?
They've called it unimaginative. They've called it, what was it? The biggest waste of $10 I've spent was one game critic. But the thing is, I think people are forgetting the point of this game. It's very much made to be an homage to Metroid and to, the predecessors before this game. And the thing is, Ron, I don't know if you know this, but do you know the old Justin Bailey code in Metroid? So in the very first Metroid, if you go into the code screen, you type in Justin Bailey, it puts Samus in a swimsuit, and you can play the game that way.
Jeez.
So this code exists in this game, in Axiom Verge. If you put in Justin Bailey, your character will run around in a swimsuit. Like it's little pokes like that. That's the point of the game. That's what you're supposed to enjoy. And I loved it. It was actually really difficult there up towards the end. I about rage quit several times.
You
almost broke a couple keyboards. I know, me? Really? Yeah. Kind of like me and playing Assassin's Creed. But anyway. So I've been doing that. And then Veg, sadly, is out right now.
How can someone that large be out?
What's that?
How can someone that large be out?
He's out, man. Out like a light. I mean that literally. This poor bastard is sleeping thanks to his work. Yeah.
So that's what that earthquake is. Got it.
Right? Hey, even the sun's got to go down at some point. Just saying. But no, he talked me into getting Final Fantasy, so I'm playing that. It's a lot of fun, but I'm so used to WoW that playing a new MMO is almost impossible for me. I don't know why. I can't get used to it. But
I don't know. I mean, I've been watching my wife play it, and I can't really see myself getting into it either.
I'm trying. I mean, I want to enjoy it. There's
she's having a great time with it.
Yeah, there's a lot to enjoy, but right now it's kind of hard. I don't know why. Yeah. But anyway, that's what I've been playing. Thank you guys for listening. I will pass the mic.
All right. Well, of course, I wasn't here last week.
Yeah, why was that?
Because I was too busy playing Descent, going to the
right.
20th anniversary Descent LAN party in Denver, Colorado. This is about the most fun I've had playing games in I don't know how long. There were about 35 people at its max on Saturday. It was a 4-day event, and they had a tournament there.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, another tournament.
Well, I mean, there was like Razer items on the line, like a headset or something. Was like the top prize. I mean, this wasn't that big. But,
Razer's not cheap either.
No, that's true. But one of the things that I did want to point out was that the finals came down to what this season have been the two top pilots. They go by Jedi Luke and Mark 392. Yeah. And the two of these guys had an epic duel, and they released their demos of the game afterwards. So I took their demos and created a side-by-side. You're watching Mark 392 at the top and Jedi Luke at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you see the whole game from both their perspectives.
That's amazing. Time. Tell me you released that.
I released that. I'll put it on our Facebook page.
Yes, because I got to go watch that now.
Yeah. YouTube.com/roncli as well is where it's available. It was amazing. These two guys are top competitors, class acts. I mean, it was just an all-around awesome weekend.
That's great.
They did a really good job putting this together. So, yeah, that's Descent.
So word on the street was the developers were supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's right. Because I was hoping to get like maybe some time to talk to them.
Yeah.
So we could put something out. But they didn't show. They decided because they were in the middle of a sprint or something, and they needed to finish up part of the game. So the Descendant Studio developers were not there, sadly.
But you know what? If you're actually gonna dedicate that time to the game instead, that's kind of a win-win, almost.
Well, they want to put an alpha out next month.
There you go. See,
and it sounds like that they're going to allow streaming.
Ooh.
So you might see me streaming some of that next month.
There you go.
Yeah. So cool. Also, still playing Crypt of the Necro Dancer. I hadn't touched it like a week before today, and I'm in the middle of this epic Deathless game. So
the game's like paused right now from what I've been told.
What's that? Yeah, it is currently paused. I have it running, but it's currently paused. But yeah, and two new games I've been playing, actually. First of all, if you guys haven't played any version of the Pac-Man Championship Series, I highly recommend it. It's really cool. It's a new take on the Pac-Man game, and they've just recently released the Championship DX for the iOS platform. They've had it out on other platforms up to now, including PC. I believe it's been on PlayStation, stuff like that. But iOS has it now, and therefore I have it now.
Right.
Very highly recommended. It's a well-received game. It's a lot of fun. Well, definitely check it out.
I got to interrupt you here real quick because you bring that up. And this is something that I didn't put in my notes, and I freaking should have. Have you ever heard of a streamer or a stream channel called Twin Galaxies Live?
I'm very familiar with Twin Galaxies, actually.
So did you hear what they're doing right now?
What are they doing right now?
If you guys go to their website, tglive.com, these guys took 3 of the top Pac-Man players. One of them is the top Miss Pac-Man player. They've got them all playing right now to get to the kill screen at the very end of the game and beyond. In fact, they are marathoning right now to get the world record.
I've got somewhere to go. I'll see you later.
Yeah. So it's really cool. You get to hear these guys also talk about how they develop their strategies and all this stuff. It's really awesome to sit here and watch these dudes.
That is really neat.
I say 3. They have 4 guys. This other guy, Dwayne Richard, it looks like, from what I understand, he's never submitted a score yet, so he's not an official record holder. But he is considered one of the top players. So
are they doing this as part of their 35th anniversary?
Yes, I think so. But they're playing 25th anniversary. 20th and 25th anniversary is my understanding. They do have Don Hayes, if you guys don't know, I think is the current record holder. And Tim Balderramos, who is, I think, very, very, very close second. But Tim right now is going for the speed record, and Don is playing for the world record.
And the speed record is really all you can get right now because the maximum score in Pac-Man has already been achieved.
Right.
You can't get higher than 3,333,300.
No, they said someone broke that. He got a 12 million something score.
On Pac-Man, no, you can't do that.
That's what they said. He said that they found a way to play beyond the kill screen. And again, I'm not very fluent on Pac-Man, but they said that there's a way that they can do it. Someone's got like a 12 million score, and they're working to go beyond.
Let me know if you come up with a reference to that, because I can't find it.
I will. I will work my ass off as soon as we're done to find it. But they were talking about it before they started playing. And
yeah, because generally the accepted thing is that you can't get past 256.
Right. I don't know. They found a way. I guess on the last level, you glitch the game for, what do you say, a 10th dot that gives you another key that then progresses farther.
Interesting.
Yeah, it goes way beyond my level. But anyway, yeah, go check it out. Twin Galaxies Live. They're up on Twitch and, of course, tglive.com. Sorry. Anyway, that was the Pac-Man. You brought it up, and I'm like, oh, shit, that's right. This is amazing. We have to bring it up.
Yeah. So and then one last thing I wanted to bring up. I talked about this the last time I was on, Magic Duels.
Yes.
I've actually played that a little bit.
How is it?
It's interesting because one of the things that I thought when I was playing this is a free game, which means people are going to download this and they're going to start playing.
Yep.
How many people that are new to the Magic world are going to know how to play the game?
Oh, almost none.
Exactly.
It's a really kind of complex game.
So I'm sitting here wondering to myself, how are they going to introduce new people to it? Well, they actually have a story mode. And in the story mode, it actually teaches you how to play Magic.
Awesome.
One step at a time. It starts out by how you attack and defend. Then it explains how you do lands and summoning. It starts explaining what the things, if there's something on the card that says that there's an interrupt. There you go. You can do that.
Go back, man.
I imagine it's going to go into enchantments at some point.
I'm sure.
Stuff like that. So, yeah, it's pretty good. My only complaint about it is that when it wants to teach you something, it will interrupt the game you're playing to start a new tutorial.
Oh, no, that's bad.
And then it goes back to where you were, which you don't lose your progress, but it's a little...
right. But card games, you get into a rhythm, right?
Exactly.
Into this order, just interrupting that kind of kills your train of thought.
It does, which is a little bizarre. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. It's a little too animated. I mean, even if you turn animations off, it's still it's not like Hearthstone. It's not as fluid as Hearthstone is.
Huh.
Blizzard's got them beat on that. But I mean, this is Magic. This is the original collectible card game.
But Planeswalkers has been out on iOS for a while. They've had this game out. They've just kind of revamped it, right?
I have no idea. I didn't play Planeswalkers.
Oh, you didn't play that?
Yeah, this is my first Magic game digital I've ever played.
See, I played Planeswalkers, and it was fun, but you got to a point where you had to pay to be able to do anything else in the game, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work for me. So I left. But
yeah. So
on another note, I did get invited to a Magic tournament on the 7th. And I'm going to go, most likely, but I'm not going to play. I have no Magic cards. I do. I just have no idea where they are.
Yeah.
But anyway, Geek Life. All right. Yeah, so that about does it for our gaming action. And again, since there's only the two of us, let's go ahead and keep pushing these things, as always, to our sixth gaming...
Take a drink.
Take a drink.
You said, as always, he needs to take a drink.
Of course. You got to have scotch lying around, right? Okay, so, sixth gaming roundtable topic this week is thus. since we keep talking about all these tournaments, this certainly seems to be the week of tournaments. So, Ron, I specifically wrote this question for you. Have you ever been in a game tournament? If so, what? And second part to this, would or has your gameplay changed as a result of being in front of an audience, be it thousands streaming or live? Do you think that would affect your play?
Well, I've never really played in a large tournament like that where there's lots of people watching.
Sure.
Probably the largest tournament that I've been involved in was one I actually ran, which was the Descent 3 Teams League tournament. Okay. Now, this was it started out as a 16-team tournament. 4 teams withdrew, but at the end of it was like a 16-week season, and at the end we had playoffs. My team did not make the playoffs, unfortunately, but it wasn't anything that was streamed or anything.
Right.
Now, of course, we had strategies going into it as well. I don't know if it necessarily changed my gameplay or anything, but I don't know. Of course, I was just, like I said, I was in a tournament this last week. It's kind of funny because the tournaments that they had a tournament based on the Descent Champions ladder for the gold and silver players, and I am like the lowest of the low silver player.
Okay.
And then they had an everybody else bracket. And you could have chosen not to play in the top bracket. You could have gone into the open bracket.
Right.
And I thought about going to open bracket, and I was like, well, I don't know. I'd crush everyone in that tournament. And indeed, the finalists were players I've beaten before.
Right.
So I ended up going into the gold tournament, and I got my ass handed to me. My best game was 20-8.
Wow.
And that was against an opponent in a level he'd never seen before.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, I really was in over my head. But it was still fun. What changed for me was that I was going into it just with the thought of having fun.
Right.
And even the game that I lost the worst, 20-3, I played in a level that, to me, was just a blast. It was great. And I learned strategies from the person I was playing against.
See, and I think that's really important, though, especially when you're doing tournaments. Like you said, you could have gone into a lower bracket, but where's the fun in that? Man. Yeah, where's the fun in going down there and just kind of being lazy, about the whole match? You want to go up and just see how far you can take it. Exactly. I admire you for that. That's awesome. That's really cool.
I wasn't the only one with that decision either. There were a couple people that decided there was actually a bronze player that tried to play in the upper tournament as well.
Yeah, good for him.
And probably one of the most hilarious moments of the weekend, by the way, was this guy, this bronze player, played against Jedi Luke. He eventually won the tournament.
Yep.
And he's losing 19-5.
Wow.
He just got blown up.
Yeah.
And he puts in chat, Warlord timeout. Warlord is a old player who was known for devious tricks.
Right.
And so Jedi Luke's, what the heck? It starts typing back to him. And as he's typing back to him, this guy respawns, comes up behind him, and kills him.
Awesome. Perfect. That'll teach you.
That was awesome.
That'll learn.
That was the last kill he got, but it was still funny as hell.
Right. So well timed. Well done.
But yeah, awesome. I've not been in a whole lot of tournaments like that. I have been in other Descent tournaments. Like I was in a finals of a 2-on-2 tournament at a LAN once, back in like 2003 or something. But I mean, I haven't really had that experience yet.
Right. Well,
but it's still fun to play in.
That's good. That's important. See, for me, I've been in several tournaments, both physical gaming like card games and stuff like that. But as far as video games, I think my best one was what was it? Call of Duty Ghosts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I played in this big tournament. As some of you guys know, I'm in the military, so we did this base-wide tournament. Okay, this was open to everybody who can get on the base, basically. So whatever you had to do. So I'm playing against kids, I'm playing against adults, I'm playing against other people who were military, and I ended up placing third. And
very nice.
It was cool. I got this really cool little Call of Duty coin that they had special made just for us. But anyway, the reason I brought up whether or not having an audience changes is I noticed that, the entry level to get up to the playoffs was fairly easy, right? Nobody cares what you're doing because there's like 5 other screens that they can go take a pick on their match.
Yep.
But you get to the finals and we get up on the stage and there was like 50 something people watching, and I got terrified, right? I mean, what if I did something stupid and you got all these people that you beat before, what are they going to say? Or what's the audience going to do? Do I look funny? Am I picking my nose in between matches? Whatever's going through your head. What's that?
Were you?
No.
Okay,
not to my knowledge anyway. I mean, no one was laughing at me, but I think that did play a part of how I played. I really do. I think that if I could work beyond that I would have done better. I think I could have done at least first place.
There was one game. We had Mark392. I mentioned him before.
Right.
He came into this LAN party with an undefeated record on the Descent Champions ladder. No one had beaten him. He just recently beat out Jedi Luke, who to end this epic 125 game streak or something like that he had going.
Yeah,
it was like by far the longest streak, and he broke it.
And
he was the man
to live up to.
So he's playing this guy, DKH. DKH is also a very prominent level designer, but he's also a very good player. And there must have been like 8 people watching Mark and 8 people watching DKH.
Yeah.
And it felt like a very high pressure game. And DKH ended up pulling out a big win on him, like 20-14.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And his undefeated streak for the season.
That's crazy.
It was interesting because it looked like that neither of the players were fazed by the audience.
Really interesting.
Yeah, because they were so focused on what they were doing.
And I think
they were able to tune it out.
And I think that's what separates, the really good pro players from, the guys who just enjoy playing for the sake of playing. Mm-hmm. Because part of the reason why I wanted to ask this was bringing up, just like we were talking about earlier with pro sports. You get, let's take League of Legends, for example. It's the easiest. If you guys ever watch these streams, they literally sell out this arena. And they have thousands of people watching live. On top of that, they stream this to thousands of people online. Yeah, it's pure insanity to me. So when you're sitting there and you're playing at such a high level like that, it would almost be hard for me to go, oh, that was a stupid mistake. I shouldn't have done that. The whole world saw me do this, and they did. And as you guys know, gamers are not always the nicest of people. And you're going to end up hearing about it. And so that, to me, I guess, kind of sticks in the back of my mind when I play competitively, even if it's in my living room. Oh, man, I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. I'm going to have to hear about that. It's whatever. So that's why I brought it up.
And one other thing is about pressure like this. Zhao Wei Zhao for Team Impulse. Yep. He got suspended by his team this week.
Really? What did he do?
Basically, boosting other accounts by playing other accounts. Yeah. He had no idea this was illegal.
Yeah,
like all of this now.
Yeah,
he's got to face his fans and his team and all that.
I gotta say, I didn't know that was illegal.
Well, yeah, it's a big thing. Cole's actually got accused of that once.
Really? Well, that makes sense. He has like 8 accounts.
Well, this was during a. This was during when he was moving around a couple times.
Oh, okay.
So they thought since he's playing on different IPs,
Yeah.
But anyway, that's
interesting.
Here nor there.
But yeah, like you said, now he's got to answer to everybody.
Exactly. I mean, if Coles
fans of the team, fans of the game.
If someone like Coles does it, big deal.
Yeah,
he's not doing it for millions of people.
or money for that sake.
Money, yeah, that's another thing.
I mean,
so. Xiao Zhao does it. He's got a lot of pressure on him. So.
Yeah, and apparently a lot to answer for. Wow, that is crazy. So, all right, I think that will go ahead and conclude it this week. Ron, what do you say?
I would like to say that Denver is amazing for one thing and one thing only.
Weed? Oh,
It's right here. Arizona
blueberry green tea.
diet blueberry green tea. You cannot find this in Houston.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It is a thing.
That's
you
crazy.
can find it in Buffalo, New York.
I thought Denver was known for weed. I mean,
you can find it out in the Bay Area. You can find it in frickin' Vancouver in these bottles called Thé Vert.
So
Con Bluettes.
So it's a West Coast thing, pretty much.
No, Buffalo is
Buffalo gets it?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's not in Houston.
Weird.
Screw you, Houston. Screw you. That's all I gotta say.
Right? Damn it, Walmart, get your shit together.
And one other thing, you were talking about you having you might be doing something special soon.
Yes, I'm trying. I'm really desperately trying.
I might be doing something special soon.
Ooh.
If I am able to release details about it, I'll let you know.
Has the gauntlet been thrown?
No, the gauntlet hasn't been thrown.
Okay, good. Oh, thank God.
I've been invited to help on a project.
Ooh, even better. Details. If we can. I'm not getting anybody in trouble or thrown out or whatever. That's not what we're about. All right. So that, you guys, I think we'll do it for this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. God, did I mention how happy I am to have you guys? Because I don't know. I think it's the beer. I'm not happy. Go away. Piss off. We're done.
What?
Fuck it.
Show.
All right.
Okay?
No, I'm kidding. We're good.
All right. Take a drink, everyone.
All right. So I am very happy to have you guys, of course. I really appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
I don't really have anything to end it with. Ron, do you? I mean, any closing
I
thoughts?
do, but I'm waiting for the cue.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I am your host, as always, Showsan. We will see you guys next week, as we always do, at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Feel free to join us.
Central Daylight Time.
What did I say?
Standard.
Whatever. It's
daylight time.
It's a standard time. It happens the same every year. God. People and your semantics.
Absolutely.
All right. So, of course, Ron, take it away.
See you, bye.